Hello, everybody. Uh, we are live. I'm gonna post real quick. Yeah. And then I'm gonna get right to it. I do have to switch one thing real quick. Hold up. All right. Move this up here. All right. Okay. So. Wait a minute. Yeah, all right. So today, welcome everybody. Today is the World Sounds of the World episode of the KMC Radio. And you already know we better be going off to all sorts of funky world music. Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm just waiting for some people to get in. But, oh, hello. But, yeah, we're going to be playing all sorts of music, from Asian music to African music to South American music. You know, just anything and everything. And I encourage y'all to have an open mind and listen to the music, even though it may not be familiar to you or anything like that. But I think I'm going to start at about 10:05, start playing some music. I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm recording, so if at any point you get in late or anything like that, what's it called? You can see it. It'll be up on YouTube probably tonight, latest tomorrow. And yeah. Well, you know what? I might as well. I might as well just start. Why not? Sounds of the World stream. Let's start us off with some Teddy Robin and the Playboys.
Sits on the dock, fishing in the water, I don't know her name, she's a fisherman's daughter, Come on down to my boat, baby. Come on down where we can play. Come on down to my boat, baby. Come on down to sail away. ス X ボス大作会中作会小作会ウイエス X ボス大作会中作会小作会ウイエス X ボス X ボス大作会中作会小作会ウイエス X ボスお前と別れてから人生バラ色お前と別れてから人生バラ色さてしょうもないことで私を縛り付けて何よ大作会中作会小作会二人の恋これから直近大作会中作会小作会二人の恋これから3年大作会中作会小作会二人の恋これから直近二人の恋これから直近は一時千金の法則何は一時千金の法則何は一時千金の法則何ヤフーは自分で落とせかませいてこませニューウェーブいなあいなお前を払い箱死ぬまで群れてろヤフーは自分で落とせかませいてこませニューウェーブはいいなあいなお前を払い箱死ぬまで群れてろ You are 元凶お前といることこそが役 You are 元凶お前といることこそが役演技悪ぜ悪ぜ悪ぜ悪ぜ悪ぜ決まりさてしょうもない
All right. That was Otoboke Beaver with Bad Luck. Now that song comes off of their album Ite Koma Hits. And I have played some of them before in the punk set. And they are very great. They use the gang vocals really well. Just a good representation of classic punk in a modern form. Before that was Teddy Robin and the Playboys with Come On Down to My Boat. They are a Hong Kong band from the 60s. Not much is really known about them. They've had a few hits, a few of them being covers. But this album, I believe, was released in '68, I believe. But yeah, those were two Asian bands from around the world, or from Asia specifically, and yeah. So moving on, we're gonna have some more just all over the place, and I think we're gonna move on down to Africa, yes sir, with some Kamal Kiela. Let's do it.
'Cause نتوه في الجو زي العصافير زي العصافير نتمنى نطير نتوه في الجو زي العصافير زي العصافير نتمنى نطير نواصل زول اللي لسه صغير نقول له تاني يا مخك يا حرير جانا قريب قريب لينا الحظ يا ناس بيدينا ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه شاركنا عقد ياسمين فضلنا نعاين ومنتظرين نصبنا شاركنا عقد ياسمين فضلنا نعاين ومنتظرين نزلوا العصافير اتنين معاهم ست كل الحلوين شم الياسمين عيلينا وفجأة طار من ايدينا ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه 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 يا انت ما بنت ليه شاركنا عقد ياسمين فضلنا نعاين منتظرين نصبنا شاركنا عقد ياسمين فضلنا نعاين منتظرين نزلوا العصافير اتنين معاهم ست كل الحلوين شم الياسمين علينا وفجأة طار من ايدينا طار
Welcome to the mama.
All right, that was Oba Sima by Ata Kak. Ata Kak is a Ghanaian hip hop disco artist from the mid 90s who put out his tape Oba Sima in 1994. The story about him is actually pretty interesting. He only put out one tape, and he disappeared. And the tape was found on the Ghanan bazaar market many years later. And they had no idea what it was, as there was no music in Africa like it at all, ever before. And they met up with him, and he was just a simple farmer, or just living a simple life in Ghana ever since, and his music blew up on the internet. But yeah, he has a pretty interesting story, and his music is incredibly interesting for Africa, especially in the 90s. Before that, we had Kamal Kela with Al Asafir. Kamal Kela actually has been prolific recently, releasing many, not recently, but they have been releasing many of his tracks recently. But he did release most of his music from the 60s to the 80s, and he is a Sudanese musician and was a big part of the Sudanese jazz scene in the 60s to the 80s. And there's a big difference, as you can tell, between Kamal Kela and Ata Kak. The main being language difference, and also religion difference, as he is from Sudan, where they speak Arabic, and Ata Kak is speaking his Ghanaian, his native language. That was some African funk, some African disco, some stuff hopefully to get you moving, get you dancing a little bit. If not, that's okay. But we've got some more music coming up. We've got this next set doesn't really have a theme, just 2 songs extra that I had. So I decided to throw them together. So, without further ado, let's put on some Bombay Royale.
Driving the taxi. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Kolkata, Bangalore, Naya Delhi, Bombay. Hyderabad, Mysore, Bache, Pondicherry, Borivali, Bombay. Shimmy, shimmy. But just to twist like this.
That was German metal punk band Einstreizen Sie Neubauten with their 1996 album Kalte Stern, the song Bakterien für ihr Seele. If I could pronounce German, you'd probably know what I was meaning, but I don't know German, nor can I pronounce it. So, sorry, I guess. But they started out in the early 1980s, in 1980 actually, and they're known for making extremely experimental punk music using heavy machinery as instruments. And I was actually going to go see them this summer in Chicago, but something came up, But before that we heard The Bombay Twist by the Bombay Royale. Quite a juxtaposition, right? But they're a Australian band actually that is fronted by a few not native Indians, but Indians, and they make kind of psychedelic takes on Bollywood songs. It's not for everybody, I can admit that. But for anybody who likes listening to Bollywood, or anybody who likes just experimenting with new music, definitely I would suggest it. Moving on, we are going to listen to some more music, and we're going to listen to Altin Gun.
العاجل ماني ظناشه، يما ماني بنيتيش العاجل ماني ظناشه، لينا نشوف الغالي ونتعاتب ونتحاجى، لينا نشوف الغالي ونتعاتب ونتحاجى. تحاسبني بذنوبي، قربان عينك ربي ولا تحاسبني بذنوبي، مريد منك جنة بس انطيني محبوبي، ما اريد منك جنة ولا بس انطيني محبوبي. يلا يما والروح يقولي لابويا، اني قربانك يما والروح يقولي لابويا، ابن عمي ما اريده ولا حاسبته مثل اخويا، ابن عمي ما اريده ولا حاسبته مثل اخويا. والعدابك لا تدزيني، ما قلتلك يا يما والعدابك لا تدزيني، خفا عاشق واولي والبعدي اللي تلوميني، خفا عاشق واولي والبعدي اللي تلوميني.
All right, that was Omar Soleiman with Ya Yama. Now, Omar Soleiman is a well-known Syrian singer from Syria, specifically Ras Al Ain, where there's a war going on. He is also a farmer, and that's he emphasizes that in his music, and so he blew up actually in the mid 2000s and early 2010s because he did a collaboration with Bjork after Bjork shouted him out essentially. And that was off of his album Wenu Wenu, which was actually co-produced with Fortet, who is a British producer who works on all sorts of electronic music and stuff like that. But what's interesting about Omar Souleyman is that his music spreads so far throughout the world. And he represents, the Kurdish, the Ashuri, the Arabic, all of that. Before that, we heard Goka Dunya by Altan Gun. Now, Altan Gun is a Turkish band which was actually based in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And it's kind of psychedelic rock music infused with Turkish rock music. Well, might as well keep it going. Coming up, we got some King Tubby and Augustus Pablo. Oh, and, of course, Lee Scratch Perry. So let's get it going.
Are you ready? Are you ready to step with Iman? To step with Iman. Step with Iman. Step with Iman. Step with Iman. This is the ape man, shot into creation. This is the ape man.
Well, that was King Tubby and Augustus Pablo with Stop Them Jaw. The late King Tubby. That album was actually released in 1976, many years before King Tubby ended up dying in 1989. Due to the extreme violence of Kingston, where he was living. He was murdered in 1989 while he was sitting on the porch of his home after recording. Before that was Super Ape by the Upsetters, headed by Lee Scratch Perry. Lee Scratch Perry is a classic dub reggae music maker who's been making dub and Jamaican music since the 1950s. A very, very old, and he's still going on, man. He's released it must be over 50 albums, starting all the way in 1969 all the way up to 2020. But yeah, he also helped write Police and Thieves, which was later popularly covered by The Clash. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We're coming up on our last two songs, and I just want to say thank y'all, whoever's watching, for sticking it through and listening to all this weird music, man. I'm going to end us out with some South American, Latin American music. Let's get us on with some Os Mutantes.
cheguei, tudo estava virado. Apenas me viro, mas eu mesma viro os olhinhos. Só entro no jogo porque estou mesmo depois de esgotar o tempo regulamentar. De um lado o olho desaforo que diz o meu nariz arrebitado. E não levo pra casa, mas se você vem perto eu vou lá. Eu vou lá, no canto do cisco, no canto do olho. A menina dança, dentro da menina, a menina dança. E se você fecha o olho, a menina ainda dança. Dentro da menina, ainda dança. Até o sol raiar, até o sol raiar. Até dentro de você nascer o que há. Quando cheguei tudo estava virado. Apenas me viro, mas eu mesma viro os olhinhos. Dingam, 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 bom, 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 dim, pim, pom, bico, dum, 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 dingam. Oh, dingam, dum, dum, dingam, dum, dim. Quando cheguei tudo estava virado. Apenas me viro, mas eu mesma viro os olhinhos. Só entro no jogo porque estou mesmo depois de esgotar o tempo regulamentar. De um lado o olho desaforo que diz o meu nariz arrebitado. E não levo pra casa, mas se você vem perto eu vou lá. Eu vou lá, no canto do cisco, no canto do olho. A menina dança, dentro da menina, a menina dança. E se você fecha o olho, a menina ainda dança. Dentro da menina, ainda dança. Até o sol raiar, até o sol raiar. Até dentro de você nascer o que há. Quando cheguei tudo estava virado. Apenas me viro, mas eu mesma viro os olhinhos. Linhos, dinho, dingo, 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 com os olhinhos. Oi, dingo, 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 bim, bim, bum, bum, pino, dingo, da.
All right, that was Menina Dunsa by Novos Baianos off of their 1972 album Acabou Carare. Chorare. They're from Brazil, and many consider this album to be one of the greatest Brazilian albums of all time. Just because of its combination of classic Brazilian bossa nova and Jimi Hendrix-like guitaring, along with soft Brazilian lyrics, make it a very nice listen. I would definitely recommend this album to anybody to listen to. Before that, we listened to Bet Macumba by Os Mutantes, who's also from Brazil, and they're from the 60s. This band was actually so crazy during the 60s that the military government of Brazil tried to censor them in the mid '60s to prevent them from playing any more music. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Well, it looks like the set is over. The music is over. I'd just like to say thank y'all for coming out and listening. It's pretty cool. Once again, I have this recorded, and I will be posting it up to YouTube. Hopefully it'll be up by tonight, but it could be up by tomorrow. That is a possibility. But yeah, without further ado, thank y'all for listening to the World Music edition of KMC Radio. Come back next week. I haven't decided a theme or if there will be a theme, but I will be here next week. Adios, y'all.